What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to be doing a reading for everyone who asked for one. In the last video I made, I put out a call to you guys and said whoever wants a free reading gets a free reading, and that's what we're doing here today. This is going to be a reading based on our guides and what messages and energies that they have to impart upon us at this time. This is going to be a 6-card reading, excuse me, for each person, and I'm going to try to do everyone in the same video. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to be doing a lot of cuts, and I wish I could tell you where your reading is in the video. You just have to skip through, or you can watch the whole thing. It's up to you, okay? Alright, so let's get into it. This first reading is for Donna Herriman Perez. Thank you for reaching out to me, Donna, and let's see what issue your guides are trying to help you with at this time. We've got the Page of Pentacles and Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. I get the feeling, Donna, that your guides are trying to help you in the physical earth realm right now. They're trying to get you to do a new venture. Maybe this could be a new business venture or a new hobby or maybe a new diet potentially, but something new in the physical realm. And they want you to know that you have the strength to do it, and they're trying to get you to realize your strength and power that you have, maybe trying to help you eliminate any self-doubt that you might carry with you at this time. And so that's the issue that your guides are trying to help you with. This is the message that your guides have for you at this time. We've got the Four of Pentacles and Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Interesting. Okay, I think the message here for you, Donna, the message that your guides want you to know at this time is that you have to be more outspoken and outgoing in order to bring money to you, in order to bring abundance to you. I shouldn't say money, but abundance. Whatever that Page of Pentacles represented, I think in order to bring it to you, in order to manifest it and attract it into your life, you're going to have to speak your truth and follow your true inner purpose. And you can't be afraid of what other people will think of you. You know, Joan of Arc didn't really care about what other people thought of her. She paid a price for it, but, you know, in the end, she was the one who was living a true, authentic life, not the people who burned her, right? So, yes, in order to acquire, in order to get the resources that you want and you need, in order to bring those into your life, you're going to have to speak your truth, basically. And the way that you can connect more deeply with your guides, we have the Ace of Swords and Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Okay. The feeling I'm getting from this is that there needs to be a new form of communication with your guides. I don't know what your meditative practice is like. I don't know if you do yoga or what you do, but I think something new needs to occur in order for you to reach your guides, in order to get those downloads and to get those understandings. I think what you're going to need is to get a download, and I think the best way to do that is to meditate. So if you don't meditate, Donna, I think this is, the cards are saying very clearly that there needs to be a new line of communication between you and your guides in order for those downloads to come. So if you don't meditate, definitely try meditating. If you do meditate, then try meditating in a different way. Try maybe connecting to your guides differently, maybe using some crystals for channeling and for getting closer to your guides. So definitely try something new, and I think that you'll see some new understandings coming your way. Okay, Donna, thanks for reaching out, and now we'll move on to the next one. Alright, next on the list we've got Pavan Bane. Thank you, Pavan. Let's check it out. Let's see, first we're going to see what issue your guides are helping you to understand, or helping you with right now. And we've got the Four of Wands with Lady Venus. Downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Okay, I think your guides are trying to help you to understand maybe your home dynamic, maybe understand the people who are the closest to you, perhaps the people that you live with. I think they're trying to help you navigate those waters and understand your role and the role of others in your inner circle more intimately. And I think they're trying to communicate with you through dreams, possibly. Maybe through your subconscious. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling that they're trying to help you to understand your home life a little bit better, Pavan, okay? This is the message your guides have for you at this time. We've got the Four of Swords and Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, and trust. Okay, so I think what they're saying here is that the message they have for you is you need to get in touch with yourself. Maybe you need a break. Maybe you need some introspection. Maybe you need to just calm down, slow things down. And in doing that, I think that your guides are going to be able to help you out in a better way, right? If we're living these fast-paced lifestyles and we're not connected to the higher realms, then the efforts of our guides are not noticed by us. But if we take the time to slow things down, maybe go into a meditative practice, maybe do some, yoga or some physical activity that really calms the mind, then you will see that your guides are helping you and they're protecting you and they're trying to look out for you in the best way possible. And then you can start following their guidance because their voice is louder. Speaking of which, these cards here represent how you can connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Eight of Swords and Hilarion, Divine Healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay, wow, these guys look very similar, right? I think the message here that your guides are trying to impart upon you is that in order to have a better connection with them, you're going to have to get rid of a few of those ego thought limitations. Maybe the idea that there are no guides, or the idea that I can't hear my guides, or the idea that even if I heard my guides, I wouldn't know what they're trying to say, right? So some self-imposing, restricting thoughts are coming into play here, and you need to retreat, recharge, and heal. So definitely the overall message here is to start a meditative practice if you don't do it already, because that's going to be the best way for you to get in touch with your guides and release these negative self-limiting beliefs so that you're living a more authentic, closer connection type of lifestyle. Okay, all right, thank you, Pavan. On to the next one. All right, next up we have Anne Ham. Thank you, Anne, and let's get into it. This first cards here represent the issue that your guides are helping you with at this time. We've got the Eight of Swords and Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So I think, Anne, that there may be some self-limiting beliefs here. There may be some thoughts or feelings that you have about yourself that are self-defeating and are limiting. And in order to, the message, not the message, but the way that your guides are trying to help you right now is to transcend those self-limiting beliefs and realize that you are an equal part of this universe to every other thing, and there's no class system in the universe. We're all equal, but so many of us are held down by our ego thoughts, and I think that's what your guides are trying to help you transcend at this time. These cards here represent the message that your guides want you to hear at this time. And we've got the Four of Wands and Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So I think the message here is that there's maybe some strife in the home. Maybe those close relationships. There's something off balance here. But they want you to know that these issues will be resolved through peace and love. If you dive into the negative aspect of things, it's not going to help you. It's going to get worse. But if you face any of your problems or issues with the energy of Mother Mary through love and peace and understanding, then the best possible outcome will occur. And so treat any issues that you have in the home life in that way, and I think things will be just fine. And this is how to connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Nine of Swords and the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Aha, so we've got the 8 of Swords, now we've got the 9 of Swords. Definitely some ego thoughts here, and the ego thoughts are not doing you any favors. So I do think that there's a lot of ego that's getting in the way, a lot of negative thoughts and beliefs that are getting in the way of your guides, and they're not is blocking basically. And I think you have to do a lot of inner forgiveness, self-forgiveness, in order to heal, in order to break down those barriers. You're gonna have to start forgiving yourself, and as well as the others around you in your life, for everything. You're not at fault. You're doing the best you can with what you've got. And remember that always, and just have a high opinion of yourself. And I think your guides' messages will start to come through more cleaner and clearer, and you'll start to get better guidance from the higher realms. All right. Thank you, Anne. Let's go on to the next one. All right. Next up, we have Yuvia Star. Thank you, Yuvia Star, for participating, and let's get into it. The first thing we're going to look at is the issue Yuvia's guides are trying to help her with at this time. And we've got 3 of Wands and Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Okay, so I think the issue that your guides are trying to help you with, Yuvia, is looking towards the future with optimism and hope, and looking and realizing your true potential for the future. And I think that's a major thing, of course, in our lives is looking to the future, and looking to the future with hopeful eyes, and seeing that all the possibilities, and not being limited by our own beliefs. And I think Krishna here is trying to get you to trust your spiritual guidance, because your spiritual guidance will help you to realize that you have so much potential inside of you that all you have to do to unlock it is to realize it. Okay? This is the issue that your guides are helping you with, or excuse me, this is the message your guides want you to know at this time. We've got the Hierophant and Sanat Kumara, light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Okay, I think the message here, Yuvia, is to really stay on that spiritual path. Trust in it. I get the feeling that you're on the cusp of some huge discoveries, spiritual-wise, and maybe not on the cusp of finding it, but maybe it's just something in your life is going to be affected by your spirituality in a very positive way, is the feeling I'm getting from this. So trust your inner light, stay on that spiritual path, and I think that's just going to be great for you. Your guides are telling you that you're on the right path spiritually, and to stay on that path and trust your inner light. And then here we have how you can connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the 10 of Pentacles and Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Okay, interesting. Yes, I get the feeling that you know what you want, right? I do get the feeling that maybe what I said about the future here, you know what you want in the future. You know what's going to make you happy. And the message what your guides are trying to say right now about how to connect with them is to really go for it. Follow your heart and try to achieve your dreams. And I think doing that will put you on a path towards more spiritual guidance, because you're going to be doing things in alignment with the highest good, with your purest intentions, why you came on this earth. And so your guides are asking you to realize why you came on this earth and continue to pursue that. And the more that you pursue it, and forget about this the society or these earthly 3D limitations, and get rid of those and just stay on your path that you know that is true. The more you do that, the more your guides are going to be able to come through and speak to you and show you the wisdom of them, and also the wisdom in yourself. Okay, cool. Thank you, Yuvia. On to the next one. All right, next on the list, we've got Cynthia Smith. Thank you, Cynthia, for joining us for today's reading. First, we're going to look at the issue that Cynthia's guides are helping her with at this time. We've got Knight of Pentacles and Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is not required for further progress. Alright, I get the sense here, Cynthia, that your guides are trying to help you to put some action into maybe finding a new job, possibly. Maybe I do get the feeling of finances here, but it's not necessarily finances. You know, when you think of pentacles, I think of, you know, the earthly things. And so this could be a new, you know, finding a car, finding a house, finding, you know, possessions, or it could be money. But they want you to build on your experience, learn new things possibly, maybe learn a new skill or a new trade, and put some energy into that so that you can use those skills to market yourself a little bit better, is the feeling I'm getting from this, is the issue that they're trying to help you with. The message from your guides, another Pentacles and Master Jesus. We got the King of Pentacles and Master Jesus with forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Okay, so the message that they want you to know right now is their prosperity will come. And it's inevitable if that's what you want. Financial prosperity, most likely. Look at this bag of gold. He's got lots of it. And I think the message here is that you're on the right path. Just a little bit of healing is necessary in order for you to move forward. And so this is self-love. You know, Jesus taught self-love and forgiveness for oneself. So forgiveness for yourself and others is going to be key on your journey here. And it's going to help you shed some of that negative energy that's blocking you from abundance and prosperity. So forgiveness is going to be very important for you at this time. These cards here represent how you can connect more closely with your guides. We've got another Pentacles. Oh, interesting. It's the Eight of Pentacles and Kali Ma facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So the way that you're going to be able to connect more deeply with your guides is if you put in that spiritual work. You're going to have to work at it. That means spending time in nature. That means cleaning up your diet. That means getting enough exercise. That means following your highest passions always, unflinchingly. It means facing your fears. Okay, so it's going to take some work, but the things I listed are great ways to start. And if you can do some of those things, small at first, you know, baby steps, and work your way higher and higher, then you're going to connect more deeply with your guides. You're going to eliminate some of that fear that you hold inside of you, which is kind of holding you back in some ways. So that's definitely a major concern as far as connecting with your guides, is releasing fear, facing it, and trusting in the universe to give you the energy and the power and the knowledge and the wisdom to soar to your highest levels. All right. Thank you, Cynthia. We're on to the next one. All right. Next up, we've got Lisa Hutchinson. Thank you, Lisa, for your participation. First, we're going to look at what issue your guides are trying to help you with at this time. We've got Five of Pentacles and Master Jesus, forgiveness. You're on the right path of light. You're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So I get the feeling here that there's a sense of poverty. There's a sense of being left out in the cold that you may be feeling right now. Maybe finances aren't going as well as you'd hoped. Maybe you've had some sort of loss as far as like a possession. Maybe, you know, I don't know what kind of possession it could have been. But I am getting the feeling of loss, of despair right now. And your guides are trying to get you to forgive. Forgive others, maybe for any... You might have the perception that someone caused you to be in this place, and you're going to need to forgive those people. But more importantly, you're going to need to forgive yourself because you've caused it. Through your own thoughts, your own words, your own emotions. You've caused whatever situation that you're in. And in order to get yourself out of it, your guides are helping you to forgive yourself. And that's the most important thing, is forgiving yourself for anything that you may have done. Take the responsibility and forgive yourself, and that's going to be something that your guides are working with you on at this time. This is the message that your guides would like you to know at this time. We've got the Ten of Wands and Kali Ma facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So the message that your guides are saying to you is that I think you've got a little bit too much on your plate right now. You're going for a bit too much. You may be feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, and just kind of, just too much going on in your life. Maybe a lot of fear is happening. Maybe there's a lot of fear in your energetic field right now. You're worried about things, worried about the future. Generally, fear is about the future, I feel like. So, you got to release those fears. You got to find those fears and nip them in the bud and realize that there's nothing to fear. And a great way to do this is to somehow release some of the stress that you're feeling. Release some of the obligations and the responsibilities that you have, so you have more time for yourself and inner study. And lastly, we've got how you can connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Alright, this card is about realizing your strength and realizing your power. You may have that small me syndrome, like little on me. I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I've never excelled here or there. And I think that's blocking you from speaking with your guides. I think that's blocking communication between you and them. And in order to strengthen the bond that you have and hear their messages better, you're going to have to realize how much you have, how bountiful you are, how grateful you should be for all the things in your life. Realize just you have everything. You have internet, you have a phone or a computer, right? You've got running water, you've got food, you've got clothes, you've got shelter. Realize that you have all those things and you are a powerful person because of it. And voice your truth, speak your truth. Don't be afraid. Don't censor yourself. Speak what you want to speak. And I think that's going to put you more in alignment with the vibration of your guides. Okay? All right. Thank you, Lisa, for participating. We are on to the next one. All right. Next on the list is Obsidian Sunlight. Thank you, Obsidian. I love your name, by the way, for participating. The first, we're going to look at what issue your guides are trying to help you with at this time. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and Green Taurus, Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Okay, I get the sense here that they're trying to get you to move past that limitation. And I think the limitation in you may be something financial or physical. You may feel like you don't have enough money to do what you want and it's causing limitations, or that you need money for security, so you can't spend money on yourself. That's a limitation that you've imposed upon yourself, possibly. So I think the issue that your guides are trying to help you with is to realize that you have a safety net. There is backup, right? All you got to do is call for backup. Put in, and put a call in for backup, and they will help you. And stop thinking in a limited way, so that you're not blocking yourself from abundance. I think that's the issue that your guides are trying to work with you with at this time. This is the message that your guides have for you right now. We got the Queen of Swords and Joan of Arc. What a great pairing. Oh my goodness. Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Communication. I think your guides say the message for you right now is to really don't be so meek. Speak up. Say what you want to say. Say what you feel. Say what you think. And don't worry about what other people have to say about it. I think that's the message that your guides are trying to say. That's going to help you release your limitations, because maybe you're bottling some things up. Maybe you're not, being clear and concise with your communication with others and with yourself. Maybe you're even deluding yourself in some way, and you're telling yourself something that's not true, so that it makes life easier for you, maybe, or the perception of making life easier. So definitely speak that truth. No holds barred. Be your true, authentic self, and don't worry what other people have to say about it. All right, and lastly here we got how you can connect more deeply with your guides. We got the Four of Pentacles and Serapis Bay, Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Okay, this card is saying to stop worrying. Stop holding on to the physical world so much. You know, I get the feeling that you're putting in a lot of attachments to maybe the physical things in this world, which are important. Of course, we need food, we need clothes, we need shelter, but there gets to be a point where we're just investing too much in those things, and we're forgetting the spiritual realms, we're forgetting the self, we're not connecting to our inner selves as well, because we're focused on our jobs or our car or our mortgages or what it may be. And the way that you can communicate more closely with your guides is to move into your true self, the self that's, you know, not influenced by society's pressures of gaining money, basically. And just being true and authentic, speaking your truth, as Joan of Arc said, and that's gonna put you in vibration with your guides a little bit better. They're gonna start to talk to you more when you come into your own and step into your true authentic self, not one that's kind of going through the motions based on what society has told them is important. Alright, Obsidian Sunlight, thank you for participating. We're on to the next one. Alright, next up on the chopping block is Linda Devine. Thank you, Linda, for participating in this little journey of ours. First, we're going to look at what issue your guides are working with you on at this time. We've got Justice and Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. And I get the feeling that there's some karma that is being worked out at this time, some evening of karma, justice coming to you. What that means to me is that, you know, if you put some negative energy out into the universe in the past month or so, you might get some back. If you put positivity in the universe, you might get some back. And I think this karma is going to help you reach a deeper connection with the spirit realms. I get the feeling that this karma that's going to be changing is going to bring awareness, is going to bring guidance. It's basically going to show you, the spiritual realms might just show you itself through this karma. That's an interesting reading. Okay, well, we'll see what message your guides have to say. Right now, to you at this time, we've got the Eight of Wands and the Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So with the Eight of Wands, I do feel like there's a lot of movement, and I think your guides are saying that in order to feel the divine, you're going to have to get in motion. You're going to have to, you know, put the pedal to the metal, so to speak. And what I mean by that is an increased spiritual practice, I think, really starts amping it up. I think that's what the message your guides are trying to tell you right now, is that there is intervention occurring, and you are being guided, but you're going to have to put in a little movement in order for you to really get the full benefit of it. So maybe this means doing more yoga, doing more meditation, doing more nature walks, or whatever you do in nature, doing more of it, and you will see an increase in your spirituality. Is the feeling I'm getting from this. And this here represents the way you can connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Six of Swords and Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Oh, interesting. Honestly, Linda, this reading is very bizarre, okay? I'm getting the sense here that there needs to be a change. You need to change maybe your focus, is the feeling I'm getting. You've learned a lot, and you may have even learned enough to the point where you're ready to move on to the next thing, is the feeling I'm getting. So I don't know what the next thing is. Only you know that. Your guides know as well, but they're saying that in order to move further, you're going to have to kind of get out of your comfort zone. I mean, we got the Eight of Swords here, or Eight of Wands here, and the Six of Swords. A lot of movement. So maybe a trip is necessary. Maybe stepping outside of the norm is going to get you more connected to your guides. Maybe going on someplace spiritual that's going to open up your spirituality. If you've been thinking about a vacation to a certain place, I think that's going to help you connect more deeply with your guides and facilitate more learning. So definitely some travel, some movement seems to be in the cards, quite literally, for you, Linda. So yeah, I hope that helps. All right, thank you, Linda, for participating. We're on to the next one. Alright, next on the list we have Tina Whittington. Thank you, Tina, for participating. First, we're going to look at what issue your guides are helping you with at this time. We've got the Ten of Wands and Kali Ma, Facing Fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Alright, I'm getting the sense here that I think your guides are trying to help you to lighten your load. It feels like maybe you've put a lot on your plates, you know, this could be a number of things, whether it's job, career, social obligations, family obligations, you know, friends. So yes, I do get the feeling here that you are a little bit overburdened, and they're trying to help you to lower those burdens so that you can, I don't know, I get the feeling that maybe a lot of these burdens are results of fear. Maybe you're fearful of the future, so you try to, you know, make your present as chaotic as possible, thinking that you're going to accomplish more. And I think your guides are telling you to relax a little bit and face those fears so that you're not overburdening yourself. This is the message that your guides have for you at this time. We've got the King of Pentacles and Lord Shiva with Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So, just one second. Give me a moment with this. Alright, the message here is that in order to secure the things that you want to secure, in order to get the things that you want to get, you have to, it goes inward. I get the feeling that you're trying to externalize, you're trying to make your life better by trying to make things around your life better. Does that make sense? You know, you're trying to improve the physical aspects of your life. But the message your guides have for you at this time is that in order to make your life better, you have to work on the inner aspect of yourself. Make the inner aspect shine as brightly as possible, and then your outer aspects will reflect that. I think you might be doing it a little bit backwards, possibly. Trying to, you know, make your outside life help your inner being, but it's your inner being that's going to help your outside life. So that's the message they have for you. And this represents the way that you can connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Four of Wands and Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Okay, this card is saying, or these combinations of cards are saying that in order to connect more deeply with guides, you have to have a more relaxed attitude. Allow yourself to have more fun. Allow yourself to let loose. You know, go to parties, throw some parties, right? Spend more time having fun. And I think, oddly as it sounds, that's going to help you stay more focused. I get the feeling that you're trying to pile things on your plate, and you're doing it because you think it's going to help your future, but you're stressed out, I get, maybe, and you're overburdened and overworked, and you need to relax and enjoy yourself, and that's going to allow the magic to occur. That's going to allow the energetic realms to speak with you more clearly, because you've switched your vibration from one of stress and fear to one of happiness and joyful celebration, and that's more along the lines of the vibration of your guides, so that will help you connect to them. Alright, thank you, Tina. On to the next one. Next on the chopping block, we've got Joyce Billingsley. Thank you, Joyce, for participating. Let's get into this. First, we're going to look at the issue that your guides are currently helping you with at this time. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and Mary Magdalene. Teacher awakened. Do you have something important to share? Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. I think that says it all, Joyce. The feeling I'm getting from this is confidence. Confidence that if you put in the work, you will be rewarded. If you share yourself, then the universe will reward you. And I think that's the issue that your guides are trying to help you with, is having faith in yourself and realizing that good things will come if you put in the work that you are led to do by your heart, is the feeling I'm getting from this. And maybe you're being called to be a teacher, maybe not, in the strict sense of the society, like you're going to teach first grade, but I think you have something to share with other people that's going to help them improve their lives, and you just have to have the confidence to realize that if you put in the effort, you will be rewarded for that. All right, this is the message that your guides would like you to know at this time. We got more pentacles here. We got the Four of Pentacles and Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Ah, interesting. The message your guides want you to know right now is that in order for your teacher to awaken, you have to stay grounded. You have to be... in order to teach people, you have to have part of yourself in the higher realms, bringing down higher information, but part of you has to be so firmly rooted on the ground that you can bring down that information and give it to people in a way that's going to help them. That's what being grounded is about. And with this Four of Pentacles here, I get the feeling that the message is you don't have to be so cautious. Throw caution to the wind. Ground yourself so that you can bring that information and that wisdom to other people. Show them through an example of how to live, and get in touch with the earth. Definitely very earthy feeling so far here. So another message here could be to spend more time in nature if you can, and connect more deeply with Gaia. These cards here represent how to connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Ace of Swords and Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Ah, okay. These two cards in combination here lead me to believe that you know how to connect with your guides. Maybe you've been connecting with your guides, but to connect with them more deeply, you're going to have to try maybe a new form of communication with them. I don't know what your old form was, so I can't say what your new form is. But you already know what it is, and that's what these cards are saying. You know how to connect more deeply with your guides. All you have to do is make a slight tweak with how you communicate with them, and they're going to come through more clearly, and they're going to be able to speak to you in a clearer fashion. So use the wisdom that you've gained from your guides to help you to connect more deeply with them, and you're going to do that through maybe starting a new practice. It doesn't have to be drastically new, but it could be something you could add to your repertoire to help you increase your spirituality and connect more deeply with your guides. All right, Joyce, thank you for participating. We're on to the next one. All right, next up we've got Vivid Nebula. Thank you, Vivid Nebula, for engaging in this interaction. First, we're going to look at the issue that your guides are helping you with at this time. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and Serapis Bay Ascension. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. So I do get the feeling of a little bit of despair on your part, perhaps maybe, I don't know why, but I can't say why the despair is here, but I do get the feeling of maybe some financial issues, like you're not being true to yourself in some way. Just the feeling that maybe you're living in a little bit of darkness. Maybe some dark energies are around you right now, and your guides are trying to help lift you out of it. They're trying to get you in touch with your higher self, trying to get you in touch with the earth and all the bounties and glory that she gives you. So I think your guides want you to know at this time. They're trying to help you to realize how much abundance that you have. There's no reason to dwell in dark energies. There's no reason to have the fear of lack, right? So you have so much. And that's what your guides are trying to help you with. This is the message your guides have for you at this time. We've got Temperance and Archangel Michael. Trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Wow, we got a theme of wings here. So I think the message that your guides are trying to say is that your guides are there for you. The angels are there for you, and they're there to help you balance things out. They want you to balance your life, and they're there to help you balance things in your life so that, yes, we all have some dark negative energies in our energetic fields, and the goal is not to get rid of them. The goal is to understand them and help them make you understand a fuller picture of yourself. So I think that's what your angels and your guides are trying to convey to you at this time, is that you have help. You have to trust them, and to trust them means allowing more balance to enter into your life and understanding yourself in a better way. Okay, and this is how you can connect more deeply with your guides and other pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles and Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. And just give me a second here. Okay, this message here from your guides, in order to connect more deeply with them, is to kind of step out of that physical 3D drama, right? Whether it's relationships or job stuff or, you know, money stuff. We all have this negative energy that's kind of bringing us down, and it's kind of a result of some immature thoughts or emotions or feelings towards the physical world. By immature, I mean less evolved, less spiritual, more society-based, right? And so what your guides are saying is, in order to connect more deeply with them, you have to like rise above that a little bit. You're going to have to put those old dramas past you. The whole idea of, you know, running the rat race, you're going to have to transcend that a little bit and rise above that in order to connect more deeply with them, so that you put yourself on a vibration that's more similar to theirs. And that's how you're going to connect better with them, is just to rise up out of the negative energies. All right, does that make sense? All right, we are on to the next one. All right, next up we've got Kate Turners. Thank you, Kate, for participating. Let's look at the issue that your guides are helping you with at this time. We've got the Three of Wands and the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Give me a moment with these cards. All right, I get the sense here that, how do I put this? The issue that your guides are trying to help you with is definitely about being more free. The idea of boundaries definitely is coming up for me, and maybe these boundaries have been set by you. Maybe they've been set by people in your life. Maybe they've been set by society, but they're kind of constricting you. And your guides are trying to help you move past these blockages, move past these boundaries that you've probably created for yourself. It's about realizing the potentials, and that's what your guides are trying to help you with now. They're trying to help you to realize the true potentials, not the potentials that you tell yourself are possible. All right, because there's way more possible than you think. This is the message your guides currently have for you at this time. We've got the Six of Wands and Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So I'm getting the feeling here that the message is you need to have more confidence, more self-confidence, and, you know, to be a leader. You know, things are happening on the energetic realms that you might not be aware of, but your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, and you have the potentials to be a leader. You have the potentials to show people the correct path, to help people on their journey, and by all means you should do that, and don't allow those boundaries to restrict you. Be a guiding light in this world, Kate, and your guides will have your back, is the message that they have here. Lastly, we'll look at how you can connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Chariot and Faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Aha, so I think that there's potentials here for big improvements as far as connecting with your guides. There's going to be a lot of change if you can trust yourself. That's the feeling I'm getting here, is self-love. I think that's what needs to occur here. You bring more self-love into the equation, and your guides are going to speak to you more clearly. There's going to be big changes as a result. I think you're on the precipice of big change, being pushed into motion by your guides. And all you have to do is trust in yourself more, and that's going to put you in alignment with the vibration of your guides in a more concise way. So I hope that helps. Kate, thank you for participating, and we're on to the next one. Alright, and last but certainly not least, we've got Eve Clark. Thank you, Eve, for participating. First, we're going to look at the issue that your guides are helping you with at this time. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. So your guides want you to know, Eve, that everything you do, you will be rewarded for. So if you put in some, if you do some negative things, you're going to be rewarded with more negativity. If you do some very positive things, you will be rewarded with some very positive things. And the universe works in such mysterious ways that maybe you give a homeless person $5 and then the bank makes an error in your favor for $30, right? The two things seem so unrelated, but they're absolutely intertwined. The universe is going to give back to you in magnificent ways, but they're not always going to make sense, and you're not always going to make that connection. But your guides are trying to help you to awaken to your heart so that you're putting positivity into this world and allowing yourself to receive positivity back in return. Alright, this is the message your guides would like you to know at this time. We've got the King of Pentacles and Cernunnos, Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So the message that we've got here is that you need to find what your heart wants. And if you already know what your heart wants, you need to jump in full force. Don't think about any repercussions or consequences. Go for it. And following your heart is the most important thing for you. And that's the message that your guides have for you. They want you to follow your heart, and it's going to lead to some abundance. It's going to lead to beautiful, great things. It might take time, and you might be so unrelated you don't really see the connection, but the universe has your back and it will help you out. Lastly, this is how to connect more deeply with your guides. We've got the Nine of Wands and Faith, Humanity, and Benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And I think what this card is saying here is maybe you have a little bit of negative energy towards other people. Maybe you've put some blocks up towards others. Maybe others have harmed you in the past and now you're trying to protect yourself from them. But what you need to do is realize that we're all humans. We're all in this together. Yes, we all make mistakes, but we can all be forgiven for those mistakes, and we all should be forgiven for those mistakes. So that's what your guides are trying to tell you, that if you kind of trust in people more and put love and faith into other people, then you will raise your vibration to that where your guides are able to talk to you and communicate with you in a better way. All right, so thank you, Eve Clark, for that. And that is all of them. We did it, guys. And I want to thank you for participating. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey on this channel. I can't say enough about how much I love you all, and I really appreciate your support in this endeavor. And so please leave a like on this video if you got something out of it. Put a comment in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. I might be doing some more of these free readings in the future. And if you want a more detailed, in-depth reading for you where I tap into your energies like this, but we can answer bigger questions, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description and in the card, and we can do that if you want. Alright, guys, thank you so much yet again for being a subscriber, for joining me on this journey. I really appreciate it. Love you all. Love and light to all of you. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.